Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Kantech number P225W26. This is a Mullion ioProx 26-bit standard proximity reader. And this video is going to serve as visual evidence of the item. We'll take a look at its dimensional properties, and I will show you where the supporting documentation is for the item. I'm going to remove it from the packaging here. ioProx readers easily meet the demands of any application, according to the manufacturer. Secure and easy to install, solution to manage and control access, all the while ensuring the safety of people and property. Attractive, compact, weatherized, and vandal resistant, certainly weatherized, and are suitable for a variety of environments. Compatible with dual encoded 26-bit Wiegand and Kantech extended secure format XSF proximity cards. These readers seamlessly integrate with access control systems, including Kantech door controllers, telephone entry systems, and EntraPass software. So first, overall height, about 4 7/16. Overall width, about 1 inch and pushing 1 11/16. Going to have a thickness, about 13/16, I would say. Okay, obviously your terminals in the back. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus on that. Okay. There is some paperwork naturally inside the box, which is linked to down below as well. An overview of the entire series. We're going to talk about the installation as well. Removing the cover, of course, is how you'll go about doing that. Okay, let's switch to the screen view where we can take a closer look at the supporting documentation. This is the item that we are indeed here looking at. We have the Kantech P225 extended description information. This is what I basically read earlier. Read range up to 6.5 inch. Power supply, basically 12 volts DC with a max of 0.45 milliamps. Dimensional properties that we've gone over. Temperature range. Weather resistant, black in color. Okay, does have LED indicators, red and green, 26-bit standard. Now there is the link to the data sheet that's here, and by the time you're seeing this video, the installation instructions will be here as well. It gives you an overview of the item. What's nice about this P225 is that it's mullion mounted. Mullion mounted means it's meant to fit into a narrow space, like the size of a mullion in a steel frame, and a standard mullion width dimension or jam dimension is 2 inch, and again the width of this body is about 1 inch and 11/16, almost 1 3/4 inches. So not that you have to use a mullion mounted reader on a mullion. In this application that you can see here, they obviously have some sort of a frame and then a borrowed light next to it. They've got just a compact amount of space, and I suppose they could have certainly have installed that on the face of the jam, although that may have made it more complicated, not complicated, but more involved to run the wiring. Plus it'll be projecting off the face of the frame, so having it concealed because of that read range I think would have been the preferred location. Plus it's tucked back away from the face of the, or projecting out into the opening is what I'm driving at. Okay, so I'm not going to just read this material to you. You can go over it. The specifications are on the second page of that document, and they constitute half of the installation instructions in terms of real estate. We've got the P225W26. All of its details are here. Maximum cable distance 450 feet, I should say, or 1,000 feet at 12 volts DC, which will be probably what you're running. Other accessories are here, and in particular, of course, the tags. I've had people insert these behind their cell phone cases to find out that there was interference from the cell phone and wasn't operating the unit correctly. So let's switch to the installation instructions, which are indeed here. That page 1 is going to show you the specifications. We're down over in the very first column here. P225W26. And then, of course, the second page basically tells us how to install the item physically onto the door, and I'll demonstrate removing the cover. The locking tab is here, a blunt instrument. We'll get that to come off. Screws are not included, so be mindful of that. You're going to need a couple of anchors. Then you're going to, once it's... so pull the wires out of the wall. And you're going to want to pull the cover off. I think you're going to want to obviously connect the wires first. So on the back of the unit itself, which I'll demonstrate, there is literally a slot in each of these preps. The cable coming from the controller, you're going to punch that down to these spring, very simple terminals that are on the back. And inside of here is some insulating material that you'll just push your wires through. Okay. The legend of what you're wiring is here. It's pretty simple and straightforward. Now, let's switch back to the camera view and wrap up this video. Okay, here is the item again, and you can see where they have these little, they're just literally little slots. And you can insert a very small screwdriver into there and insert your wire right into it. That material that's in there is like some sort of a insulating, I wouldn't say lubricant, it's more of a small dabbed in amount of jelly that's there. I did probe one of them slightly right here. Removing the cover, a very blunt instrument would work. The end of my packing knife seems to work just fine without mucking up the case or the cover at all, right? Probing it just a little bit further to move it back and out of the way. Allows you to get your fingers. There we go. Oh, I pushed it back in. Okay. A couple of anchors you'll need. Placing that back on. This is a very simple matter, of course. Now, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Kantech products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog that is there. That link to the manufacturer's page will allow you to review the current documentation that the manufacturer provides, etc. Any questions on the Kantech P225W26 proximity Mullion style reader or any other Kantech product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.